to use AI to not just get an answer, but to master the material. Joining me here on The Five is Lisa Bernard. She has an Instagram channel called Demystify AI, and she is also my co-host on our podcast, Making Sense of AI Together. Lisa, so glad to see you in studio.
So great to be with you here, away from the podcast desk.
Away from the podcast room, yes. Okay, so they just released this today, big drop at 10 a.m. this morning, but a week ago they selected a group of people to kind of see it, try it out for a week before this release. You were in that special group of people. So for the last week, you've been studying and learning. That's what they call it. So what do you think? What did you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty great because it doesn't just spit out the answer, which so much of what AI is right now is sort of a shortcut to getting to the answer. And so it's designed specifically for college students, and it really does ask them to use their brain.
And they say students asked for this.
Students asked for this, and it helps them learn as they're getting to the answer, with the theory being that you learn better if you're
there's a concept. You actually learn instead of just being told.
Critical thinking, which is what we're supposed to learn as we go through school. This is a way to ensure that happens more than just spitting out the answer. So they show prompts, for example, like if you're in my finance class, I have a homework question, help me with the homework question.
Okay, so we have video that we can show you that they kind of gave to kind of give you an idea of how this is going to work. And okay, here we go. So what are we looking at?
So here's the help me with my finance homework. So it'll say, do you know the formula? And then it will help you with the formula, but then it says, do you want to fill in the calculations? And this student said, no, I don't. You help me fill in the calculations.
Take me through step by step, yes.
But it does. It's a Socratic learning method where it's going to keep asking. And so this was a test prep. Help me study for my quiz. This, I think, was a quiz in biology. Help me with, sample questions to help in my class. And then here goes deeper on the topic. Would be in chemistry. Why does my professor keep saying this word? So I think it's designed in part for students in giant lecture halls at university, and office hours are only from 3 to 4 on Wednesday. And they have additional questions, so they can go into study and learn and try to learn, use their brains as they're getting to the answer.
So for college students specifically, I can see this where they're saying, okay, I have this question. There's no one to answer this question. I need to understand it before I have to take this midterm or this final. And this would help me if ChatGPT didn't just tell me what I'm supposed to know. It actually showed me so I might actually do well on this exam.
Yeah, and again, they're saying students wanted this, which I was pleasantly surprised by, because you'd think they want the path of least resistance. But also, I do think that it would be appealing to professors and to universities, because then they could allow the use of AI and start to embrace it rather than forbid it in our society.
It's how can we all work together?
Right, and I think parents would like it because it's cheaper than an expensive one-on-one tutor.
Yeah, it kind of levels the playing field in that regard. There's also this MIT study that people kind of have been referencing, and I know you've referenced it on your Instagram channel, Demystify AI, about how we use it, kind of when we use AI. We don't kind of shortcut it. It's not step 1, it might be step 5 that really we should be using it.
Well, that's what the brain scientists say. They studied the brains of people using AI. It was a very small sample, 54 people, but they were asked to write an essay, and those that used AI could not recall what they had written minutes later. And those who didn't use AI, their brain function was working, their connectivity was good, the communication between regions of the brain was just fine. So they're finding that if we aren't learning as we go, if it is, just spitting out the answer, if it isn't allowing us that critical thinking, our brain is actually forgetting how to think.
Oh, well, that's a problem. And so I know that study went even further to say, if you write this essay on your own, but then later on you go back and say, hey, ChatGPT, maybe help me make this essay even better, that actually combination is a successful combination.
That's right. That was the best group was the one that incorporated AI later, so it's amplifying the learning. Partner, as you and I like to call it.
A thought partner.
And those people, were using their own skill set, their own thoughts for the essay, and then amplifying it. And then the middle group, which used Google or a search engine, was in the middle, as you'd expect.
All right, really interesting. And so I know that ChatGPT is trying this out. It's an experiment as well. And so we'll study and learn whether study and learn is great. Exactly. All right, Lisa, thank you. All right, Lisa and I dive deeper into this discussion about study and learn on our latest episode of our podcast, Making Sense of AI Together. It is going to post tomorrow on all your podcast platforms, as well as on Fox Local and on KTVU.com.